Good morning to one and all. I am Dr. Kushal Kanha, your course faculty in electrical measurement and instrumentation. You are going to learn this course in this semester. It has a theory having a course code of BEELE 303T and a practical having a course code of BEELE 303P. I did my PhD from VNIT Nagpur in the area of power electronics and control, and I am associated with Electrical Engineering Department since September 2007. So today I am going to introduce you what you are going to learn in this particular course. We call it as EMI, Electrical Measurement and Instrumentation. What you are going to learn, and today we have a prerequisite lecture. So there will be some basics about what we are going to learn next in our syllabus. For the learning objectives of this course, you will be able to learn the details of different electrical instrument used for electrical measurement and instrumentation. You will learn different types of bridges for measurement of resistance, inductance, and capacitance, AC bridges, as well as DC bridges. You will also learn current transformer and potential transformer for measurement of voltage, current, and power, various transducers, analog to digital conversions, and data acquisitions. So these are the learning objectives of this course. At the end of the course, these are the learning outcomes that you will be able to determine the value of unknown resistance, inductance, capacitance, and errors in measurement. You will be able to select the type of analog instrument for a particular application. You will be able to select appropriate instrumentation system for different applications. You can identify the use of different methods for measurement of force, torque, velocity, and acceleration. You can use different methods for measurement of temperature, pressure, and flow. These are the different units in the syllabus. I'm just giving you the topic or the title of the units. So in unit 1, you are going to learn measurement of resistor, inductor, and capacitor, that is RLC elements. In unit 2, you will learn analog instruments. In unit 3, you will learn how to measure power and energy in single phase and three phase AC circuits. In unit 4, you will learn generalized instrumentation system. In unit 5, you will learn measurement of force, torque, velocity, and acceleration. In unit 6, you will learn temperature, pressure, and flow measurement. Now, if you find these units, unit 1, 2, and 3, it deals with electrical measurements of various parameters and elements, whereas unit 4, 5, and 6, it deals with the instrumentation part. So the complete syllabus is divided into two parts. Earlier they were two different courses. Now they are combined together in a single course. So it has got a very huge syllabus, two courses in one single course. So the first three units are dealing with the electrical measurements, and the next three units deals with the non-electrical type of measurement. These are the textbooks. Out of these textbook, I will be dealing with electrical and electronic measurement and instrumentation by A.K. Saune from Dhanpatra and Sons. This book can be used as a reference book for learning this particular course. These are few reference books. You can go through it later on. Now today, for a prerequisite lecture, we are going to learn different types of resistors, fixed, variable, linear, and non-linear resistors, and its applications. Now you are all aware about resistor. You know the definition of resistor. The simple definition is the element which opposes flow of current is called as a resistor. Actually, it is a device. Resistor is a device and resistance is its property. We can have a different way of defining the resistors. You can say components and devices which are specially designed to have a certain amount of resistance and used to oppose or limit the electric current flowing through it are called resistors. These are different symbols of resistors according to IEEE and IEC. IEEE is Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. This is a, a worldwide organization which deals with the applications and different research and development work in the area of electrical and electronic engineering. Whereas IEC stands for International Electrotechnical Commission. So these are the two different organizations which deals with the standards in the area of electrical and electronic engineering. So you can see the symbols of the resistor. You are aware about this symbol. This is a IEEE symbol, a general symbol for resistor. This is for trimmer, which is a variable resistor. You can find here a variable indication. This indicates that it is a variable resistor. The same elements in IEC symbols are represented in this manner. This is how the resistor is represented. It is a rectangular block, and for trimmer, a rectangular block with an inclined line you can find here uh, for indication of variable resistance. This is potentiometer. You are aware about this element, potentiometer. You have used this earlier in different laboratories. This is thermistor. It is a variable resistor, and it depends, the value of resistance depends on the temperature which it senses. As the temperature changes, the resistance also changes. And these are the equivalent symbols in IEC. Similarly, this is a rheostat, a variable resistor. You have used this in basic electrical engineering lab and in different laboratories in your first year. This is a photo resistor. We call it as a light dependent resistor, LDR. This can be used as a sensor to detect the light. So depending on the incident of the light, the value of resistance changes. And this is the equivalent symbol in IEC. These are different types of resistors. They can be broadly classified into two types: linear resistor and non-linear resistor. The linear resistors, as the name indicates, the value of resistance changes in proportion with the applied voltage or the current flowing through it. Whereas non-linear resistance, the value of resistance will not be directly proportional with the applied voltage or current flowing through it. So these linear resistors are further classified into two types: fixed resistor and variable resistor. So fixed resistor means it will not change the value, or there will be very small change, which is a negligible change. So in the category of fixed resistors, they are carbon composition resistor, wire wound resistor, thick film resistor, and thin film resistor. Whereas in variable resistor, they are classified as a potentiometer, rheostat, and trimmer. So these are the classification of linear resistor, fixed and variable. Now these thick film resistors, they are further classified into fusible resistor, CERMET resistor, that is ceramic metal film resistor, metal oxide resistor, carbon film resistor. Whereas the thin film resistors are classified into carbon film and metal film resistor. This is all about your linear resistors. Now in the category of non-linear resistor, you can find thermistor, LDR, varistor, resistor, and SMD, that is surface mount devices. These are special resistors that can be used in sophisticated electrical and electronic systems that can be mounted on the PCB or an integrated circuit. So these are various types of the resistors that can be used as per our application and requirement. Now we will go in detail how the carbon composition resistor looks like. You can find here this is quarter watt resistor, this is half watt resistor, 1 watt resistor and 2 watt resistor. If you observe these resistors, then you can find that as the power rating is doubled, the size of the resistor also get doubled. So this indicates that as the power rating of the element or equipment increases, the size of the element or equipment also increases. Now, what actually is carbon composition? This is you are familiar with. These are the color codes. You can identify on the basis of the color codes the value of this resistance. You have learned this in your school or in your basic first year also. That B.B. Roy of Great Britain has got dash dash dash. You can complete the statement, and you on the basis of the color codes you can identify the value of resistance. So this is the carbon material is used. That's why it is called as a carbon composition resistance. There is an insulation coating so that it should get an electrical isolation. And these are the two metal leads that will be used. It is used to connect this element in the circuit. So this is all about the carbon composition resistor. These are wire wound resistor. You have seen this in the laboratory. And this is wire, a ceramic former and an enamel coating to protect against or to have an electrical isolation. There is a mounting bracket, so you can use this to mount the resistor wherever you want to use. These are carbon film resistance. So again, the various parts are given. You there are color codes. You can again define the value of resistor based on the color codes or the bands. Then there are insulation, then the terminals or the leads, the film that is used to uh, add the value of resistance in the. These are metal film resistor. Here the metal film is used uh, to change the value of the resistance. So again, it is just similar to that of your earlier resistance, but instead of a carbon, there is a metal that is used to construct this resistance. This is a ceramic, that is ceramic metal type of resistor. That is, these are also called as network resistors. This is potentiometer. This is very common resistance that you have used in laboratories. It has got three terminals. A and C are fixed terminal and B is a variable terminal. So depending on the position of this wiper, the value of resistance changes. So as the wiper is close to this part, that is part A, the value of resistance will be very less. And if it is towards part C, then the value of resistance will be maximum. This is the image of the potentiometer, how it looks. You might have seen this in the laboratory. So these are various parts of this potentiometer. You can see here the terminal, wiper, okay, and the threaded collar uh, to mount it on a particular circuit. These are different types of potentiometers, rheostats. This you have seen it in the laboratory. Then these are wire wound rheostats. These are trimmers, a low power resistance. These are the thermistors. So these are used as a sensor for a detection of temperature. These are special types of resistors called as varistor. This is light dependent resistor, so the value of resistance changes depending on the incidence of the light. So these are different applications of resistor. They can be used to current control, then for